Thank you, Bishop. When I was young, I used to preach extemporaneously. Now that I'm almost 66 years old, I write something. So, because you know, when you grow, your memory is fading or something like that. But thank you so much, Bishop. I just returned from a trip with my wife to Asia, and I still have some little jet lag. So I feel like a preacher who dreamt he was preaching and discovered that he was. It was about 3 years ago when I first came to this diocese, and I'm really amazed at your hospitality and friendship. But at the time it was Bishop Xian's last convention. And so many of you were worried about the future, but God provided you with the great Bishop Parsely. And today, he said that he's going to be his last convention today. And I'm beginning to feel that my relationship with the bishops is hello and goodbye. But Bishop Parsely would agree with me that in the life of the church, bishops and rectors come and go, but the church remains. Reminded me of a worship leader who, after a farewell party, when everyone had spoken about how beautiful, grateful they are to the bishop, it was the turn of the worship leader to introduce the next hymn. So he said, it was Jesus who brought our bishop here to us, and it is Jesus who is taking him away from us. So let us stand and sing, what a friend we have in Jesus. Well, as liaison at the Episcopal Church Center, I bring you greetings from our presiding bishop, Michael Curry. He is the first black presiding bishop, and also he is the first evangelist. We call him our CEO, Chief Evangelism Officer. And it is his dream that one day the word Episcopal and evangelism would be similar, which is not, of course, today. His byword is Jesus Movement, and that means evangelism and racial reconciliation. And whenever I think about evangelism, I think about D.T. Niles, who said, evangelism is a beggar telling another beggar where to find bread. All of us are beggars in God's sight, and our righteousness is as filthy rags. But by God's grace and mercy, He brought us to Himself, reconciled us to Him, and now it is our gift, because we have been saved for two reasons. One, that we may have everlasting life. And second, which is the bigger reason, is that we may be bringers of this eternal life to others. So it is my hope that you and us will continue to be faithful. Mother Teresa said that we are called not to be successful, but to be faithful. And if we are faithful, God will bring the blessings. I found it out in the church that my wife and I, 3 years ago, Bishop Provenzano asked me to help revive a dying parish in Elmhurst. It was founded in 1704. The first presiding bishop was once a rector. And you know how many years, it's just ups and downs. But in 2005, a conservative congregation departed from the Episcopal Church and took away the building. 2008, we won back the building, but there's only 20 people left out of the 100 congregation. So several priests came, and they were not able to revive the parish. So the bishop said they could no longer afford a full-time priest. And since you are working full-time at 8:15, the Episcopal Church said, you could hold this as your office, and then on Sunday, you lead the church. So I went over there with my wife, and I helped them to see the vision of a healing welcoming, and serving church. I said to the 20 people, I am not a Messiah, we could not revive the church, but I will help you to know Jesus more, so that when you know Jesus, you will learn to love Jesus, and when you love Jesus, you will learn to serve Jesus. And 3 years now, from 20 people, we have 130 people now. For the first time in many years, we have a surplus instead of a deficit. So God is faithful, and I pray for your diocese. Anything from us that we could help from the national office, please contact me, and that is my role being here. And most of all, I thank our good bishop for the 2 years that he has served you, and of course he has been a source of inspiration and strength to many of us. Thank you so much.